Sorry about that. Got a phone call from my dad. He's not home right now, so. Anyway, I was talking about my band and everything, right? I gotta get some sleep here soon. It's in the afternoon, though. My sleep is reversed. So at least I get to see the sun a little bit. It helped me. I saw the sun and the snow, and it helped me work on a song. Yeah, I'll get some sleep again soon. Don't worry. Try. It's really hard. I have a psychiatrist now, and she's like, I know plenty of people with heart failure that sleep just fine. I told one person that's in the chat. I told her about that on the phone. I said it's not just heart failure. Something's compressing my body, and when it relaxes, I get extra faint and I pass out when I sleep. And she says, "Oh, it's impossible to pass out when you sleep. It's not scientifically possible." And I'm like, what do you know about science? You're the one prescribing acid pills. You know, prescribing acids. And like, pills are good sometimes, right? Like, we need them. I think I need them right now. I think. They've screwed me up, though, on top of not sleeping. But at the same time, it's helped me fall asleep and get the little sleep that I'm getting, right? But that's the tough part, because I wrote a whole book about how evil pills are, and I still believe it. I still believe it. I always will. There's a serpent snake on there for a reason. It's a great way to start the next video, huh? But yeah, she's like, oh, you're go outside and get some sunlight. You better than Sunday. The lady that said what she told you. Yeah. Nah. I'm sorry, chat faded away. She told you it's not always right. Yeah. I'm not claiming to be completely right. I never claimed to be 100% about anything. But I do know what I know. And when you meet somebody that is never objective, it's never willing to be wrong and thinks their ways is 100%. When you meet somebody like that, you gotta flee very quickly. Unless it's the Bible, that's the only thing you gotta accept. That's the hard part. That's the hard one. Accepting everything in the Bible. That's tough. That's real tough, boy. Whew. Wish there was an antidote for that. See, I'm calm and I feel more love for God. I feel more content with God when I'm calm. But when I'm having my panic attacks and all that, and then I lose it. But yeah, the psychiatrist, she thinks you can take a pill and give yourself energy, and it would be real energy, right? My hair is funny. Serotonin reuptake inhibitors to increase serotonin and to balance serotonin dopamine. I mean, it sounds like it would help, right? But where are those neurotransmitters truly coming from? In the Bible, pharmaceutical is to snakes going up spoke. The Bible interprets pH as is poison. I think I read that right. Yeah. When I was I shouldn't talk about my psychiatrist just in case she looks me up here, but gave me that witch doctor type of feeling. But I need her at the same time right now, and she's a very nice lady. She's very nice. Very nice. But boy, these pills scare me. Anthony Green wrote a song about he said, when I'm on pills. A very inspiring song. Uh, Where's my train of thought? Oh, so where she's wrong, she's half right. Serotonin, dopamine regulation. You can't you can't take a pill to regulate like that. And herbs aren't even necessarily good at it either. Herbs can cause crashes too. The body regulates itself. It's intended to. Um, but where are those neurotransmitters really coming from? It's the endocrine system, the adrenals. And so my adrenals are already tapped on top of whatever this is, because I've had autoimmune my whole life, and you can tell that my eyes are white. They're not fully blue. You can see the blue underneath. So my eyes look pretty though, right? They look pretty. Everybody compliments my eyes. Oh, you have pretty eyes. Yeah, but they're white. That's stagnant lymph. And people tell me to eat meat or whatever, and then I'll get better. And maybe, I don't know. Not really sure about that. I'm willing to eat what doesn't make me sick. But stagnant lymph, causes it causes adrenal issues. When you only follow one side of the story, you only believe one thing. So a lot of people that leave comments say I gotta eat meat. And then they ignore the lymph system, autoimmune, endocrine system, anatomy, and so forth, right? And so what I've always tried to do, for the most part, I'm really forced to now, is look at everything as a whole, which is holistic health, right? But what I mean by that is pharmaceuticals, surgery, herbalism, nutrition, and that could also be detoxification, right? Um, Problem is a lot of people that are leaving comments on here. I agree, the lymph system and autoimmune, yes, look at everything. This isn't what God meant, per se, but kind of makes sense. Don't use it as a Bible verse. It's not what God was implying 100%. So, um, but use the word but. Great going, Brandon. You will sort things out. You will be okay. I hope so. Maybe if I get help soon. Nobody knows how bad this is inside, but I hope you're right. I want to get better so bad. It's going to be weird to get better because I've been essentially preparing myself, trying to prepare myself for God, my salvation. You scare me that you're telling me I look like your son because I don't want to pass away. But it's a compliment, so thank you. You'll be fine. We are all meant for something in your meaning. I hope what I'm meant for is to keep talking about this stuff to the best of my ability and to admit when I'm wrong. If I'm wrong about meat, then so be it. I want to do this and I want to sing, and I have a lot of wants. I have a lot of wants. Doesn't mean it's right. Anyway, don't hold this against God. we use it as his words, but he talks about if you want to be clean, you have to wash with flowing water. And like that's a big deal to write back in the day because nobody knew anything about that stuff. Right? Like nobody knew that water had to be flowing in order for it to be clean. Like I guess you could in a sense say, well, the swamp is stagnant, so obviously you want flowing water, but the Bible says to be clean is to wash with flowing water. And I took that as an internal and an external thing. Our lymph system, our everything. We take water in and it flows out. To be clean, we need to flow. Our distilled water, no fluoride and chemicals. Yeah, really. Your meaning has not. And will not conclude now. Be patient and believe. The power of belief has no limit. I believe, but God's will is far greater than my belief. That's what I'm having issues with. But so, flowing water, right? I'm still talking about this stuff even though I'm sick, but I have a physical injury and it's not like I can actually do much to do anything about it, right? But I can still talk about what I know is true. As David Wolf said, the solution to pollution is dilution. Dilute toxins, get them out. So God says to clean yourself, you need flowing water. So our bodies need to flow as well. And in Dr. Morse's perspective, and I'm so sorry that a lot of people hate him or whatever, and I understand it's very extreme. Fruit is a very extreme thing. I'm not saying it's 100%, but it has helped people. I have no idea if it would ever help me though. I'm willing to admit that. But Dr. Morse talks about kidney filtration. What do your kidneys do? They filter out fluids, right? Water, the flow, a river, right? Flowing water to stay clean. So not only do you wash externally with running water, flowing water, but you wash internally with flowing water. But the issue is that it's much more difficult to keep the internal flow going. I don't know if God's okay with me saying that, but it is truth. Our bodies are supposed to be flowing. Digestion, absorption, utilization, and excretion, right? Well, I hate to say it, I gotta take some medication and lay down and try and get some sort of sleep. If I could sleep sitting up, I might be able to get a little bit more sleep and be more sane and maybe save my nervous system from breaking down and killing me and my muscles as well, my immune system and everything, but it's so hard to sleep sitting up that I don't know. So I just need to get this fixed or be blessed and get to be with our God. And that scares me. It still scares me. Salvation is very difficult. Especially when you don't know if you're going to wake up and you don't know you still have trouble with your salvation. I'm like telling God right now, God, I'm good at talking about this stuff. You got to keep me here. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of great people that got to go. But boy, if I made it through this, I would have a great story, huh? Strange how the title of my book is Regain Sanity by Losing Your Mind, and lo and behold, here I am losing my mind. It's just a coincidence, obviously. It's not a new age thing, so. But somehow, God let that happen in some way, shape, or form. It's very interesting. Um, yeah, the flow detoxification is very important. So is nutrition, obviously. I got a little speck on here, right in the center. It was acne and it scarred and it scared me. I thought it was the mark of the beast and I thought I was going to hell. I've been so sleep deprived. You can see it. So my mind is all over the place. In the Old Testament, God changed his mind about doing away with his people due to intercession. I and many others are interceding for you, and you will heal. The way will be found. Believe it. You know, see, I don't know much about that. I did hear that God does change his mind, which is really interesting, considering he knows the beginning and the end, and he is the beginning and the end, right? Yet somehow in between all of that, he's able to change his mind. But, his plan stays the same. But to think that we could convince God to do something, it's still his will. We're powerless, basically. Not entirely. The Bible does say we have the armor. But it's really interesting to think that God changes his mind. Think about that. Isn't that interesting? So if you're lucky enough, I send love and blessings to you. Thank you, Danielle. I think I'm saying your name right. I apologize. I haven't talked to you in like a year. Right before I got sick, we were just starting to talk about stuff. I was working on my website and everything. You were on Twitter, and yeah. Thank you for still being around. Just try to grasp God changing his mind. It's weird to think that's a possibility. I know I screwed up my gut and my rib cage. I used to go running my whole life, actually. When I was younger, I'd run and have this immense pain in my GI. This is when I was a kid, just eating whatever. But you're a kid and you just kind of like a dog, you just keep going, right? So I'd run with this extreme pain in my GI. And they talk about how it's like runner's pain and it's just gas or whatever. But I think that on top of autoimmune and nutrition or whatever um, contributed to my GI not being where it should be. I was still running even with immense pain that I had when I was a kid. And I did that my whole life. I never thought anything of it. But when I got older, I'd start walking first and just wait for the pain to pass. I sent you some pictures of James. Also, do you eat a lot of veg? Yes, nutrition is very important. Yeah, I eat a lot of vegetables. I was eating way too many vegetables at one point. I learned about oxalates the hard way. Everything I've learned in life, I've had to learn the hard way, and I always wish there was another way. And it sucks because when you have autoimmune, there's no one way. Some people go fruit and they start doing great, so they claim. Or some people go paleo and they start doing great, so they claim. I'll check out those photos. My ex-girlfriend, Rachel, I don't know if she'll see this or not. She always, on your email, don't know how to send them. That's fine. Fruit may have too much sugar. You know, I'm not sure how I feel about the sugar debate still. My ex-girlfriend said I look like Teddy Geiger. I don't know why it won't let me open up. I'm so sorry that you have photos of your son hanging around and he's not there. That's tough. I'm so sorry. I can't open these. I don't want it let me open them larger. Here's this one photo I'm going to download here and open it. Open in photos. My son looked like you. He had his hair many different ways. Yeah. You can tell with the hair. That's funny. Your son's he has a little bit of a bigger build than I do. He got lucky that way, though. I had a skinny body growing up, real skinny. I was chubby, though, when I was growing up. I was real fat, actually. But my brother and I and my dad, we're really thin. Tall and thin. Yeah. Yeah, your son looks like he had a lot of talent in him. A lot of talent. Really focused. He looks really focused. Really focused. He reminds me of my friend Joe. It's got that look, that focused look. You could tell he was hurting, though. You could see that there a little bit. I used to, you might be interested. It's Barbara Roberts, face reading, and Paul Ekman, micro expressions. You can learn a lot about somebody by their body language and facial expressions. One in October 2007, not really. He fluctuated. He was nice. He was a nice man, yeah. It's so hard, so hard. I like how he has his hair specked up with the blue. I did that once too. I had some blue in my hair. When I was in school, though, my hair used to be like that. I can't do it now. It used to flip up in the front and all the way around. I had a dream where I met Jesus, and I'm hoping I actually met him, and his hair flared like this too. Not as if I was seeing myself or anything, but no joke, his hair had some flare, and it was relatively short. Anyway, my hair flipped all the way around, and I'd always go like this as a bad habit. I'd flip my hair up, and I'd wear a hat, right? And so my hair all the way around would flip up, and I took my mom's red hair dye, sort of red, subtle red. I gotta get to bed here in a minute. I'm scared to, though. But I put red all the way around the tips, and then my friend had a red bandana. I bet I have the photo on here on Facebook. And the tips of my hair were red. And then the teacher said she really liked it. She really liked it. Like, genuinely thought it was cool. My teachers really liked me. It was interesting. They were really frustrated with me. Can I add you on Facebook? Yeah, it's Brandon Laws, Lawes. I don't care about privacy anymore. I'm okay with people seeing my hurt. That's okay. Just don't call the cops on me. Real quick here. I'm sorry, I missed a message. He had many expressions, many different looks, look different all the time. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to add you on Facebook also. Yeah, you can add me. It's Brandon Laws, Laws. I think it's public. I don't. Let me see. I remember making my Facebook in, what was it, 2007? When Facebook first came out. My brother's friend showed me Facebook and I made an account. My brother was working for Comcast at the time. See, I have a photographic memory, and it eats me alive. Eats me alive. Easy to remember since I'm into law. Oh, that's good. I'm pushing myself, guys, way too much. I can't even take B vitamins without going into a panic attack because I'm so sleep deprived here. There's the Facebook. I don't care about being private anymore or whatever. It's relationships. It's relationships. Okay, so I'll show you the hair and stuff too in a second, but September 7th, 2018, this, dear God, find the other half of this, please, thanks. This was the double bass pedal from the band that I got as a gift from Jesse, is his name. I lost the other half somehow. I might have gave it to somebody, but this was the pedal, Iron Cobra. I got a newer version of it later on. That was the pedal that followed me through my drumming. And then Mike Johnston, he kept me out of trouble. He was a drum teacher online. I got into his website for free accidentally, and I told him, and he thanked me for telling him that I got in for free accidentally, and he gave me free lessons. And he taught me how to do double pedal with a single foot, which is interesting because the first beat I ever learned was a double kick. It's like God has this all played out perfectly. So, I learned. And later on, my doubles started becoming one of my biggest strengths. It's hard to do now. I still have it in me, so there's hope for me to recover. My nervous system's still here. But yeah, I was good at double kicks. Yeah, that's kind of slow though, but that was me at the sand dunes up at my grandpa's before I got sick. I was dry fasting while going across the sand dunes. I was an idiot. I shouldn't have done that stuff. Please just go to bed, get so much needed rest. You do look better than Sunday. I don't feel better though. Talk soon. I'm praying for regained health. James loved the drums. Yeah. You'll see him again, I hope. It's hard to tell what the future holds, but thanks for hanging out and helping me. To the best of your ability, I appreciate it. I'll see you around. And I wish I could take the pain away of your son. My biggest fear is my mom losing me. She's my best friend, and I'm her best friend, right? And you were probably the same way. Yeah. Let's see here. I gotta go to sleep somehow, and I'm scared. I'm scared. I'll go in a minute, just not yet. This is when I was getting into guitar. July 10th, 2018. I didn't know which one to get. The one on the left was too big, and the one on the right just kind of hurt to hold. It just didn't seem right. And strange enough, a guitar came in while I was trying to decide, and this guy said, "This is the one for you." And it was the one for me. It's strange how that guitar worked out perfectly for me. Some guy didn't want it anymore and he wanted to make sure somebody got use of it or something. So many memories, it just eats me alive, guys. It eats me alive. I'm looking at the Facebook, I was going to show that hair real quick. I don't understand life. I don't get it. You know, 2016, I was designing my farm. I did that myself. I designed that myself with a Google program. That was my property. Oh shoot, sorry. I only owned this lot right here, but I wanted to expand across and have greenhouses and trees this way, and funny enough, this is basically what's going on that property soon. The company that bought my property is doing that, so I'm glad my dream's coming true. It's just not how I expected it, you know. Like, God, I don't know, I'm not saying it's God, but life has its turns. It's got its turns. Let's see here. So for all of you that were telling me my weight issues or whatever and diet, that was me before all the food allergies hit. So I had some weight on me, guys. That photo was actually an accidental photo, by the way. It's funny. It says accidental selfie. 2014. I remember sitting in that car. I think that's why I'm having such a hard time, guys. I've got photographic memory or whatever. My memory's so strong. I remember footsteps. I remember everything. I gotta be careful what I'm looking at here. I just wanted to show you guys a photo of my hair because we were talking about hair for a second. If I could find it. Oh, here's I'll show you this real quick here. Let me hang on, sorry. Where does it start? This is when I got into Detroit. I did a photo of my drums out before this subdivision was built. There's all these $250,000 million houses up here now. This is on a hill. That's a giant hill. That's the landscape. I put a little signature right there of my name on the snare drum. If you really pay attention, you see it. That's how much I love drums, guys. I wasn't that good. You know, I always had my health issues and took my focus away, but my passion, you could see how passionate I was, right? You can see a little bit of a demonic activity in this, though. That's my metal band. Even my eyes look creepy in there. It's like I was possessed or something. Crazy. But my drums, that's a reversed photo. That's not what they actually look like, but it's my hair with the flips. You know. I love my drums. I love my music. I refinished different drums, actually. I made white rims around this one, but the white paint kept coming off. But it still looked cool. Paint's still on that drum. It's crazy to think that there's somebody that left a comment on here. I'm not gonna show his name, but he passed away from drugs. Life is so hard, and I don't. Okay, Too much privacy, sorry. Oh, where is it? Where is it? You can't really see it. In this photo, I had red tips around my hair, and my teacher thought it was awesome. She really liked it. I snapped my arm in half here, skateboarding. I was skinny around that time, but I was skateboarding so much, you know? Skateboarding so much, I was burning energy like nobody's business. I remember sitting right there. I remember my best friend taking that photo. I remember my best friend taking that freaking photo. The cell phone. Every moment, it's still there, and it's so scary, guys. I don't know how anyone does it. And the love for my ex-girlfriend and stuff. I gotta get off of here. It's gonna eat me alive. It's just gonna tear me up, and my pastor would not want that of me. But I'll show you guys my passion for farming real quick here. In 2012. 2012, right? You could tell I was pretty strong. Focused, really focused, and really dedicated to what I was doing back then. Really dedicated to doing that. I had some friends come out. They were trying to help because, you know, I was starting Feed the D, and they thought it was going to be a pretty fun business, and they didn't know how much work was involved, but I did. And I worked for it. Boy, I worked for it. I don't know if it's this photo. It might be, actually. Yeah, 2012, I guess that's... Shoot. Right after this, I got bit right on my belly by a tick. And I started developing allergies like nobody's business. Nobody's business. That's when all the allergies started. It was right after that day on that farm. I remember the heat of that farm. I remember all of it. And I've got photos of my Minecraft and stuff. And I don't get it, guys. I don't. I wish I don't know if I wish this or not. I kind of wish my memory wasn't so strong, but at the same time, it's a blessing. It's just, I remember the precipitation of a greenhouse. The smell, everything, the thickness, the textures of the roots on these plants that I was growing in hydroponics. And when I'm so sorry, I'm just grieving really bad here. It's okay to show this, it's okay. Let's share it, share my life, celebrate it. This is when I just started eating healthy, 2012. So, 2012, let's see. It was... October, May, June, July, August, September. So, June, January, February, March, April, May, June. Okay, June 2012. July, August, September, October. Where'd it go? Shoot, I just lost it. I'm not focused. It's the other way. This is a memory bank for me, guys. Yeah, June, July, August, September, October. This is when the food allergies kicked in, and this is when I started trying to eat healthy, and my friend drew this saying, "Eat me," with peanut butter, because I didn't know how to eat the celery, right? I just couldn't get it down. I didn't know anything about eating healthy. That's when it all started. That's when my health went downhill. Yeah, there's a timeline. It was like a ticking bomb. This was bound to happen eventually because of that stupid tick bite. And then I got into the apple cider vinegar and trying to fix my gut. It all happened right after that stupid bite. I got into gluten-free bread and gluten-free cookies, gluten-free pizza, tomato basil pizza. I'm gonna take some medication and go to sleep here. Thank you for hanging around. It's an emotional train wreck or whatever. This was a really big deal. I know that God says to not hold on to this world, but boy, it's tough. My pastor says, don't worry about it. He says it's okay. This is when I started my dual monitors for the first time. I was a gamer, and this is when my life really started for me. That's when it all started. I started getting into trying to Photoshop my friend's art, try to bring it to life in my perspective. He thought it was kind of cool. And that's when my music started becoming. This was the greatest time of my life here, I think. Here. Mike Johnston was my biggest mentor. My father always told me when I was younger that I need a Gretsch drum set. Years later, my biggest influence joined their company. Now I know my pops was right. I need a freaking Gretsch drum set. Drummers 2013 is about pushing yourself to a level you never dreamed possible. If you can just push yourself to be 1% better each day, then your skills will double every 100 days. I'll be on the journey with you. Let's do this, Mike Johnston. I remember I joined his... God, he's so young there. I joined his website when he was still in his apartment, guys. That's enough memories. I'm sure you can see why I'm having such a hard time here. It's not necessarily... I don't know. I miss it all. I'm so glad there's a God. I'm so glad there's a God. Because I don't want this to stop. I don't want it to stop. I don't want the love to stop, guys. And then there's a photo here when I got into smoothies, 2014. November 27th. Since today is about food, I think it's acceptable to share how thankful I am for my smoothie. My friend Ryan said Brandon will be celebrating with a goblet full of blended cranberry and a banana. He was pretty much dead on. Banana, cranberry, grape, chia, organic butter, yogurt, trace minerals, and maca. That's what I had. So anybody that tells me I didn't have animal products, guys, I was putting butter in smoothies before Dave Asprey. No joke, guys. I did that before him. So anyone that judges me, just remember I did it before him. I was on it, I had it, so I thought. I can't stop. This is when I got into comedy. This is what turned me into the YouTuber I am today. That microphone, it's still right here. I'm still holding on to it. And the computer and everything. That was me, guys. That. That's the real me. I said this is basically my future job. I knew that I wanted to be on camera in some way, shape, or form, and then my health got in the way. And so I started this channel. And this channel started growing and not my comedy, so I kept doing this, even though I didn't like it. I liked it, but I didn't. I hated it at the same time. I love the comedy. I've got friend requests. I don't even know who they are here. I just accepted a couple here. Yeah. Anyway, it's... lesson learned. This world is tough. It's gonna bring you up and down, but there's so much beauty in it at the same time. And if you accept Jesus, you'll have unlimited beauty beyond comprehension. That's what he says, basically. He said to somebody that was dying on the cross next to him, he said, Lord, what about me? He said, I'll see you in paradise. My bow staff, my drums. I'm gonna take some meds and get some sleep, guys. It's so weird to watch my life. It's so weird. I hope my friend can help me find help. I hope somebody finds me help. I want to make more memories. I'll show you my friend that's my patient advocate now. He's working on it. There's me, you know. The expression I'm making means I'm becoming a YouTuber, but I still don't understand YouTubers. Oh my God, that's exactly how I feel about being a Christian. That's funny. I'm a Christian, but I still don't understand it at the same time. John reminded me of the first days of my YouTube exploration as a guy that screams at the camera and plays video games. That's who I was. I screamed at the camera and played video games. Yeah, it nearly caught me off guard because I haven't done that kind of thing in nearly 2 years. That's when I started Brandon Goji. I said, I hope my followers will accept both sides of me. The serious guy that wants to change the world, but also the inner man-child that wants to enjoy life by being a goof. The holiday distractions and doing work will calm down by December for me, so I'll be going full force by then to the best of my ability. That's when I started having my limits. Until then, I'm going with the flow, taking opportunities that keep popping up. And I'm glad I affected you like that. It certainly is a long road of challenge full of social and moral dilemmas. John going off here. But I am confident in our ability to overcome. It's so funny. He's so serious. He's in the Air Force. He's a very important guy in the Air Force. That was an explosion that happened in my town. See, I was doing comedy. That's when my health started the struggle, 2017, but I was still going. That's my buddy John here, and he's trying to help save my life. Trying. He's not sure how he's gonna do it, but he's doing whatever he can, you know? And this was at an estate sale. I gotta stop. That was one of the first estates, not the first, but that was an estate sale with my mom. And I thought those were interesting looking characters. Yeah, so I took a photo of them. Rudolf Steiner books and all that. I was on a bad path, guys. That's what the natural health will do to you. So heads up. It's a deception. Alright, I gotta cry. Get off. Thanks for hanging out, and I'm gonna leave a link again real quick here. I really need help with GoFundMe. GoFundMe, Brandon Goji. This is stupid, you know. The lady, her son passed away, and here I am, desperate for my life, and she's got photos of his son, or her son passed away. And, but I think it's okay to fight for my life, you know. At the same time, I feel selfish because I know we all got to go at some point. It's just I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I love my family too much. I love my mom. I want to be there for her when things get tough for her. Yeah, she's done for me. I'm gonna go my video real quick here. But if if I don't get to be there for her, I just want her to know I'm so sorry. Alright, I'm gonna leave a link to my GoFundMe. Do this one more time here. GoFundMe in the chat, in the comments, and I'll pin it, and I'll put I disliked it. That was an accident. I loved it. I hearted it, so you know it's verified by me here. And it's in the description, so it's verified by me. I need help with health insurance. I have to have Blue Cross to be able to get any good treatment, as far as I can tell. And I gotta buy some food, so my brother's helping a little bit, but he's getting a house here soon. I mean, it seemed a little, I don't know, you guys might think I'm alert right now, but my body's manic. It's so tired. It's so tired on top of this manic. See, okay, so guys, here. Anybody that's that thinks that I'm completely vegan, when you stay vegan too long, I made a joke on Halloween. That's a gruesome photo. I can't leave it at that. I'm not, you know, I asked my brother to buy some ground turkey. I'm gonna try some turkey again. It's probably gonna make me feel like crap, but you know. Some guy warned me aliens are demons, and every human with a brain knows this. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Jesus Christ. I thank him for rebuking it. I thank him. Saved my life. Saved my soul here. But he was a pot smoker, so I didn't believe him very much. Have you guys seen this photo? It's really wild. I keep saying I'm gonna get off. I never do. It's just who I am. I'm never done. Never done. A lot of people believe this is a photo of Jesus, but you know. And then, yeah, I'm not so sure about that. This is here. I'll show you. Google.com. Jesus painting. This is this guy right here. That's what he looks like. That's our Father. That's our Father, guys. Like I said, he's got the flares of the hair, kind of like mine. Similar flares. When I first got sick, I wasn't sure if it was a dream or not, but I'm hoping that it was genuinely him. He picked me up. He swooped me up and saved me from my new age. He held me like this, and he was divinely flying. And a second later, I was in a room in a new body, but it was weird. It wasn't very heaven, but that photo right there. I'll show you one more time here. I think whoever drew this or painted this came very close to drawing our Father, our Lord. He's younger than that. And his eyes are not, I don't think his eyes are going to be green, because there's only brown and blue on this planet. So it depends on what he chose for his eyes. They're probably just pure light as far as I can tell. I don't know. Maybe they are green. Maybe iridology is irrelevant. Obviously it would be irrelevant in the future. So, if you look at his iridology, he's got some weaknesses. His eyes are so green, and he's got some kidney issues here. He's got some kidney issues, yeah. That's funny. It's not. Green eyes. He's younger, but as far as I can tell, that might actually be what he looks like. So, yeah, it's just the stupid new age eats me alive, guys. I rebuke it. I rebuke it in Jesus Christ's name. Anybody that sacrifices himself like that, says all the things in the Bible like that, it's gotta be true. It's gotta be true. I'm gonna get off here now, I guess. I gotta be careful looking at these photos of Jesus because they put me down a rabbit hole here. Yeah, it brings up some memories of other stuff. My right side's hanging right now, though, so I gotta go get some sleep. Hopefully wake up again. If not, I better be with that guy. It's easier to try and have love for Jesus when you have a photo to look at. So if maybe that's some good advice for anybody trying to come to him. I'm having trouble. If you're having trouble like me, I'm sorry I'm leaning sideways all the time here. If you're having trouble, put a picture with it. But he does say, blessed are those that believe and don't see me. That still believe even though they don't see me. Something along those lines. Use that photo of Jesus that I showed you. I think that one might be close to what he actually looks like. Unless my dream, I pulled that photo of him. It's hard to tell. Alright guys, I gotta go. It's noon. My pastor said I should try and sleep at noon, so I'm gonna take his advice. He's got more God in him than I do at the moment. So he might know something that I don't know. Maybe God's working through him to keep me going. I just don't look forward to taking the meds that I gotta take. Anyway, my brother's gonna buy some ground turkey. Dr. Morse is not gonna be happy with me, but that's okay. Dr. Morse, actually, he said, you know, if you really want, snack on some chow mein once in a while. If you really want it, have some. Go for it. He gets it. So Dr. Morse is not as strict as everyone may think. But you gotta be strict when you're really sick, though. So to get that out. But what I'm at right now is I gotta get surgery. Or maybe an osteopath can hold me together to get my strength back and then get surgery and then get back onto nourishing myself as much as possible. The issue has always been for me is my activity level, my metabolism, and never being able to get enough calories in. No matter what diet I was on, it was never enough calories. So if I get through this, it's gonna be a calorie intake journey. I understand the nutrition. People are gonna say, no you don't. You don't eat meat, or whatever. Guys, it's not like that. It's not like that. If I would have published my book, you guys would understand. It's not like that. You know what? I'm gonna end this and start one last thing if I can real quick here. It's gonna be a last thing I do before I get some sleep here. Just hope I get to wake up and not leave it at that, because that would be a pretty brutal way to go after saying something like that. Books. Going to my drive. Attempted writing. I call it attempted writing, you know. Let's see. I changed my book title because I thought my title was what made me sick, or I was scared that it was. Let's see if I can find it. Keep saying I'm gonna go and then I don't go. Let's see here. It's crazy to think I've got an unfinished book. I was such a selfish person back then. A special thanks to, and then I wrote leave blank because nobody helped me with my health. Still that way. I'll read it right here and then I'll make a video real quick. I was writing a book about this, guys. You know, I've always been on this. Maybe my mom could share this book one day if I don't get to do it myself. I could share it. I'll share my drive or something. There's some good stuff in here. So. I even write benefits of meat on here. Okay, meat and dairy. Meat is an extremely touchy subject due to the morals behind it. Some believe it is wrong to kill an animal, and some believe it is perfectly fine as it's within the laws of nature. Animals kill each other all the time. Meat is a survival food that hunter-gatherers ate to, well, survive. I'm not a fan of meat for the fact that it's acidifying to the body, contains excess protein. Animals are toxic from our environment, and I don't like eating creatures that have brains and consciousness. But here's a twist. I think I agree with one for all and all for one. We eat an animal which eats the grass. We die, and the grass is nourished by our bodies along with the rest of nature. The natural cycle of life and death. One for all and all for one.
Where we go one, we go all.
My mom just said, where we go one, we go all. QAnon. We just happen to have more efficient brains and longer lifespan, so we get our first dibs on the food chain. This does not give you the okay to eat a giant platter full of nothing but meat. We need to be smart about how much meat is eaten, if any is eaten. I probably won't eat much meat in my life. I never felt that great on it. Maybe fish once in a while. An appropriate portion of meat is about the size of your palms. The rest of your meal should contain a variety of other plant-based foods. Studies still show that, so. If you are given the opportunity to eat nutrient-dense raw foods, you better choose those over meat any day. I kind of feel that way a little bit still. For the most part, you know. We have the technology today to consume high-quality supplements that remove the need for consuming any form of meat. I'm kind of on the edge of that, but still, you know. We should be taking this opportunity to find out if meat is necessary or not in the human diet, or if veganism can even work long-term. If you're going through a serious health crisis, you may want to experiment and see if it's helping or making things worse for you. I have seen some succeed very well on a meat diet, whereas others get extremely ill on it. Being told we need to consume lots of dairy and protein is an absolute lie fed from the companies that sell us these products. I still feel that way for the most part. They are mainly from unethical factory farmed animals. See the new drone footage as proof. Find a local source to reduce your karmic factor. That's new age stuff here, but proteins are hard on the kidneys, clogs the lymph, and acidifies the body. We may not need as much protein as we have originally thought, especially with how toxic our environments are. Our kidneys do not have enough room left to filter excess consumption of protein. Get off a high protein diet, then get back on it. You'll notice You'll notice a huge difference in health in a negative way. Going back to protein, you'll notice kidney weakness and even pain in the body. You'll feel the addition of acids going back to protein. That's what I learned from Dr. Morse, but I still feel somewhat of that, I think. Our bodies have the ability to synthesize 11 of the 20 amino acids. The other 9 can be found in plants. Why are we eating so much meat? You know, I'm still on the edge of it, right? Benefits of meat. If someone is struggling financially, I would not tell them to spend their small amount of money on just fruits and vegetables with the possibility of calorie restriction. Okay, see? They would starve as I did, and as I'm doing now again. I would be lying if I said a plate of just vegetables is completely filling and nourishing to every part of the body. A plate full of vegetables is good full of nutritional building blocks and improving wellness, but it's missing caloric energy and some proteins, which I would add. That energy is needed to give the body enough energy to run those nutrients through the body and have enough energy for physical movement. I suggest foods such as rice, potatoes, and meat because it's affordable, nourishing, and is easier on your bank account during hard times. 1 to 2 palm-sized portions of meat along with a large plate of starches and vegetables is a good place to start on a budget when you care about your health. Do what you have to do to survive and thrive. If meat works for you, then eat it with moderation and consideration. It is extremely difficult to find affordable organic grass-fed meat products with no added preservatives which lead to cancer. Pretty much all meat found in big chain groceries are highly processed, containing steroidal hormones, antibiotics, pesticides, and karma. I wish you luck. And then I talk about pros and cons, possible dangers of hormone-fed meat, right? And then pros of dairy. Dairy can be used to ferment beneficial bacteria into kefir yogurt. These fermented foods contain beneficial bacteria, complete protein, calcium, magnesium, and B vitamins. I suggest fermented milk over raw milk. Cons: excess protein, mucus forming, acidic histamine producing bacteria. Cows are given antibiotics and hormones. Inhumane farming methods and, quote, karmic factor. I still believe in a karmic factor in a sense. Go local if you're unwilling to stop consuming. Yeah. And then I go on to oxalates, Alright, I'm going to end this and maybe read that again. So, yeah. See you guys later, though. Thanks for hanging out. 67 minutes plus the other 30 or whatever. That's helped me not scream, so that's good. I just wish I could get my health back. My brother's going to buy some food here soon. I'm going to try some turkey. I don't know if I should, but I want more calories, guys. Alright, I'm going to start this over real quick and then go to sleep.